Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, welcome to a new video. Today we have a very highly anticipated album. This is the latest project from Freddie Gibbs and Madlib titled Bandana. This is the second collaborative effort between super producer Madlib and fast-paced rapper Freddie Gibbs. Madlib, most famously known for his work with MF Doom on the very famous album Madvillainy, one of the better hip-hop albums of the aughts. And while Madvillainy was the only project to drop from MF Doom and Madlib, this is the second project to drop from Freddie Gibbs and Madlib. The first being Pinata back in 2014. Can you believe it's been 5 years? A very highly anticipated album, which I can say safely that this album does not disappoint. This album is 15 tracks long, 2 tracks shorter than Pinata, and just about almost 20 minutes shorter as well, maybe closer to 15 to 20 minutes shorter than Pinata. And Pinata, while it was a hour in material, this is about 46 minutes in length, but I think Freddie and Madlib really came together to condense and consolidate this album to only have the best of the best of the best. There were quite a few tracks, just a very small amount on Pinata, that really didn't have a lot going for them. They were quite short, they didn't have any time to flourish, but on Bandana, they certainly have a good amount of time to put out something memorable. Both Freddie and Madlib put out one of their best albums in this decade so far. Could be one of their best efforts yet. The one thing I love about this project is that there are just so many different topics that are sprawled across this entire album across these tracks. You have the song Freestyle Shit, where Freddie is going back into his past and talking about his drug dealing days. There are actually quite a few tracks that deal with Freddie Gibbs going back in time, kind of retrospectively, and talking about drug dealing and crime that he used to commit. Half Main, Half Cocaine is a great example of this, specifically the second half of this song, because there's a fantastic beat switch up in the middle of this track, which I'm just gonna tell you, you gotta listen to it for yourself. But there's more to the album than just crime and drugs and all that stuff. You also have satirical takes on various topics, and even more serious takes on very serious topics. On the track Palmala featuring Pusha T and Killer Mike, they talk about President Trump's administration. They also talk about women and belongings and stuff. Pusha T delivers one of his most cold-blooded deliveries on a track in a long time, and Killer Mike assists with the chorus on this track. Freddie Gibbs delivers a very witty and enjoyable verse that is one of the better across this entire album. Also, there are so many great and clever lines on this thing. It is fantastic. Just the amount of times I'm listening to this and I kind of chuckle. I'm like, that's clever. Madlib delivers some of his best production in years. I mean, there are some very soulful tracks in here. There are some very fast-paced beats on this thing as well. And there are quite a few beat switch-ups across this entire album. Mainly they happen in the last leg of a song, but for example, Half Main, Half Cocaine, it's right in the middle of the track. I think this is really the only song that actually has a beat switch-up in the middle of the track, separating Part 1 and Part 2. The song Giannis featuring Anderson .Paak is a very upbeat banger that is, oh my god. Madlib sampling across this track and Freddie Gibbs giving some really fantastic verses, and Anderson .Paak's verse, oh, everything just works so well together on this track. On the song Practice, you hear Freddie talk about infidelity and his baby mama saying, you know, if you deal drugs, you're not gonna see your daughter anymore, which, I mean, compared to all the stuff that's on this album, this is just an example of just how creative and diverse Freddie Gibbs is in his songwriting, in his verses, in his delivery. Now, probably my least favorite song on this project is the song Gat Damn, which actually Freddie Gibbs sings on, and while the production is nice, I don't really kind of admire Gibbs' singing. Freddie Gibbs tries to deliver a track where he isn't rapping for once, but it's just not something I would come back to. Certainly it's not something I hate, but it's just a track that's very easy to kind of just skip over. But really, other than that track, there's not really much I like about this album. The features are few and far between, but when they happen, they deliver, especially on the song Education featuring Bay and Black Thought, which both of them and Freddie Gibbs deliver some of their most conscious bars in a while. It is a soulful cut, but once you read into the lyrics, they actually talk a lot about African American oppression within the education system. Also, their struggles being institutionalized, and imperialism is talked about on this track as well, repeating the mantra of education as kind of like a jab. Overall, this is probably one of my favorite albums to have come out this year, with a couple detours in Madlib's production that feel like they're going nowhere. The beat switch ups, while they are interesting, sometimes they kind of lead to dead ends. And song Gat Damn, yeah, you know, not the biggest fan, but it's still somewhat of an attempt. I would give Freddie Gibbs that I'll give him a participation award. But overall, this is a fantastic album. Certainly something that I will come back to throughout the year, and something that I will not forget in my year-end list. All in all, I'll give this album an A. Yeah. And with that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on this album down below. Let me know what albums I should review next. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, share the video, do whatever you like. And I hope you have a great day. Freddie Gibbs and Madlib, Bandana. Until next time.